Crypto gaming kinda sucks. Not gonna lie, especially when we look at the prices for most of the coins that related to games that we had pretty high hopes for. I remember Illuvium being at like $80. I'm sorry, I meant 1,800 a coin. The drop has been interesting because back last bull run, 4 years ago, we had those high hopes. This is actually exactly 4 years ago. We had those high hopes that crypto gaming is going to take over the world, just like AI is going to take over. And in reality, we used ChatGPT and that's about it, and we play the same games as before in Web 2. I think this is mainly ahead of its time. Not just Illuvium and like Axie directly, but the idea of crypto gaming, that you can get paid for and own all the items within games. Because we don't have those all-time high spots over here anymore. We have something that is down 99% in most cases. Because the valuation had nothing to do with the gameplay, it had all to do with you can make some money, and without the money part, nobody would play the games. Now 4 years later, they should have the funds to make a better game, but the price doesn't reflect that. Like it says the market cap for all gaming related coins is about 7 billion. This was at like 35 billion just a year ago. It's going down quite a lot. Main reason is, the games aren't fun to play, everything seems to close. One of the games that I liked a lot was called Pirate Nation that I wanted to get into, didn't get into. Well, it closed. Exactly like Kagi over here predicted, and which would say the next games to shut down will be Off the Grid as well as Pirate Nation, which then happened, if we look at the date, like 3 weeks later. Just like any sort of gold rush, in the beginning it's all about who comes first, and then everybody else in the same category, and numbers just go up because everything is hyped. But then when it comes down to where's the quality about this, are the games fun to play, it usually goes back to things like Fishing Frenzy. I think I saw that yesterday as well on Hytopia, where they mentioned about it somewhere down the line, something like that. Most of these games that seem to go up in value, they're hyper casual, which then mainly appeals to an audience in lower income countries, you could say, because if you live in the West and you can make $2 a day playing this game, unless you're like 15 years old and you have no other means of making money, you're probably not going to play any of those casual games. But if you make $2 in a lesser income country, that's pretty good. That alone might boost your entire income for the month by like 20%, as long as you play it daily. And unless we see big games like Call of Duty, GTA 6 and others relying on blockchain technology and actually buying and selling items like in CSGO, I think we are going to be stuck with hyper casual games in a more pixelated style, with a couple games here and there that might stick out. Some of the ones that I've seen recently was Valenia over here. Saw that being featured by Meepo over here. And the game actually seemed pretty cool. Plus, at the same time, they had a sale a few days ago in which they sold, you could say NFTs, you could say different areas within the first ring, like the center ring over here, which is fully sold out. So there's not just a big player base for it, but there's also demand, again, for some games. However, the quality has to be there first, and games are really expensive to make, and then things like that do happen. So there's a bit of a positive outlook long term, but the games need to be fun first. So the way it was last bull run, where you can just make any sort of game, maybe you click something, maybe you have those tap games in Telegram, those don't really work, as it seems. It needs to be a studio first that actually has a good game in mind, which can then benefit from a crypto ecosystem behind it. And one thing that I've seen that I wanted to make a full video on, where I might also buy the pre-sale, was Galaxia, which is the first gaming and entertainment studio powered by its own blockchain and co-owned by gamers and creators. Basically on the website, when you head over there, lots of big creators from different spaces are co-owners of the game, as in their opinion matters when it comes to what type of games are they going to release, what type of games will they onboard, what's the goal long term, what direction are we heading into. And if this sort of like co-owned mastermind group makes the right decisions, then things are going to turn out well. Right now they also have a pre-sale, which by the way you can't enter, you need a password for that, in which you can buy either an entire bar, like a fraction of that, become a corner of Galaxia itself, and then benefit from all of that on top. They already have 3 games available. I will be honest here, I have not played those games, but they seem to grow in player base quite a lot. They do have Planet X, they also have Go Hunt, which is kind of like Pokemon Go, and they got 1 pixel over there, in which 1 pixel can change your life. And while this is overall a great idea, we've seen a couple chains, Ronin in particular, being down quite a bit from their all-time high. We're down 95 to like 98%. Market cap at 120 mil, and it's hard to tell. Is it going to recover? Things like Superverse by Elio Trades. I remember buying that at 60 cents, thinking, ooh, it's gonna go up. And it went up. And then we didn't sell. And then it went down. Or any sort of game that is built on Beam. Let's just say I also bought that at around 1 cent. We went up to 4 and then we went down 90% since then. Well, every single time people sell, that's when you should buy. But if there's a long enough downtrend, some things might be dead. Hard to tell for this one exactly, or any other related coin, but it's difficult at this stage to invest anything more or to buy anything more when the number keeps going down. However, if you want to take a percentage and then believe that we're going to have some Ready Player One level of gaming ecosystem in the future where this is just part of humanity, which is quite a big gamble, but then again, most of us do play some games, then there might be studios behind that work on it. And that's a pretty big gamble. Personally, for all the gaming coins that I hold, including Superverse, Beam, Render, you could say kinda counts into that, I'm down on most of them. That's why I only ever put in like 1 or 2% of my entire portfolio in a single coin. Because if it does a 10x, great, please sell half. And if it doesn't, you don't lose too much. I still think if you have like 70% in Bitcoin itself and some stables here and there, you're probably fine either way. And use the other like 20-30% for the higher risk plays. Because if something does turn out to do exactly how we expect, then number is up and everybody's happy. But for that, we need GTA 6 and other games of that size to integrate crypto and blockchain and NFTs or a similar technology, which then makes use of all these crypto-related things. Otherwise, it's just funny internet coins that are pretty worthless. The 2 bets that I will personally make is one of the games is going to perform insanely well and reaches mainstream audience, and then it raises up the entire market anyways, just like Axie 4 years ago. That's bet number 1. And the second bet is anything that is oriented and focused on casual gaming. So you can play it on your phone, anywhere in the world, without really knowing what crypto is. As well as things that are integrated into TikTok in a way. Because most of us, let's just say it as it is, we don't have any attention span. I fully blocked Instagram, I uninstalled it from my phone. I don't have any TikTok. I have not watched short form content in weeks. And I can tell you, my memory doubled. I can remember what I did yesterday, I can remember step by step what happened. But most of humanity doesn't do that, because we like to scroll endlessly. And I think the same is going to happen in all the other categories that we have as well. So it's not just going to be videos and content consumption and entertainment that will be short form, but then it happens to music, right? Most of the new songs that are released are like 1:30 or 2 minutes long, because that's when you get paid on Spotify, so why make the song longer? I've even recently seen a post that said, which song can you listen to without skipping? You don't even have the attention span of 3 minutes to listen to a full song without skipping half of it? That's insane. But that is what is happening to our brains. And the same thing will happen for games. Pretty sure, which means anything short form based, but for games, should perform well because people have no attention span. I think things like Wordle, get chances to guess a 5-letter word, this sort of daily game and simple game where you have, you could say, levels or rounds that last like 5 minutes maximum, I think those things are going to do insanely well in the future because nobody has any attention span. Also, I'm confused what the answer to this one is, but you can probably guess it. To sum it up, I don't have high hopes for crypto gaming. Yet. But then again, nobody knows what is going to happen next. We all have a chip integrated into our brain, and all we do is we play crypto games and watch ads. I don't know. All I can say is percentage-wise, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't put like 5 to 10% of my portfolio into crypto gaming, but closer to like 3%. Especially right now when everything is down 90%, if it goes back to all-time high, you have like a 10x multiplier anyways, so if you put in 2%, it becomes 20%. You know, mental gymnastics. And if I could wish one more thing, give me crypto blades again, let me click something all day long, accumulate skill, go to $140 per token, and then sell at the top. I'll make a couple more videos on games as well as test a couple, because I force myself now to have an attention span and actually make videos. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video, and until then, take care.